Hi 4-H campers, we are at the UF Cooperative Organic Gardens today. It's a little bit different. They don't just grow tomatoes and cucumbers here. They grow lots of interesting food because there are cultures from all over the world growing plants and veggies and fruits at this garden. So let's go take a look. I'm standing here with this beautiful pigeon pea plant. This is in the vegetable garden here at the Organic Gardens, and I want to show you a little bit about what this stem is all about. So we have the stem that the leaves are on. The stem holds up the leaves so it can get sunshine, and the part that's where the leaves come out is called the node. And right there in the node, you can see the axillary bud. And the space between the leaf nodes is called the internode. So this is the node, and this is the internode. And this stem holds leaves up so they can get sunlight. And the stems also move the moisture and the water to the leaves, and it brings the sugars and the carbohydrates throughout the plant. At the top of this, we see the terminal bud. This is the terminal bud up here. This is the top of the growth point. So we have axillary buds that are down underneath the leaves, and then we have the terminal bud that's up at the top. And on this pigeon pea, we can see where the pea comes from. And the pea would come from the flower or the inflorescence. And so there's the pea part of the pigeon pea. And I understand these are very good with rice. Do you know what plants need to grow? They need a lot of things, and I'm going to go over that list for you. The first is gorgeous, bountiful sunshine. You have to have lots of sun for plants to grow, especially vegetables and fruit crops. So sunshine runs the biochemical process called photosynthesis that takes place in the chloroplast with the chlorophyll. So sunshine is definitely important for plants to grow. We also need water. And you know, if you don't water your plants, they don't grow. So water is super important. So sunshine and water. Another really important element that they need to grow is air. And our air is made up of oxygen and carbon dioxide and nitrogen. And the plant needs carbon dioxide to work. So it absorbs or breathes in carbon dioxide and releases oxygen. And who needs oxygen? We do. So that's a good deal between us and the plants. Also, the plant needs nutrients. And most of the time those nutrients come from the soil, right? But you might have known sometimes we see plants growing hydroponically. So they have their roots in water and we supply the nutrients to them. So either soil or nutrients are definitely needed by the plant. And the last thing that plants need to grow is plenty of space. They want to grow big, like this beautiful luffa squash here is growing big and all over this fence. So plants need space as well. So they need sunshine, water, air, nutrients, and space to grow. And think about what you need to grow. Is it similar? This is a luffa squash, and maybe you've heard of luffa as a shower scrubber, but do you know that you can eat the green luffa? You slice them up and you can use them like a fried squash. Look at these great beans. This is a long bean that can be grown. It's similar to a pole bean, but the taste is a little bit different, and you can see that it's smaller. This is bitter melon. This is a great little vegetable that's used in the Philippines often. Tastes like a delicious little squash. Bitter melon. And you can see the little yellow flowers too. These are called long beans, and you can see why. Look at how long that bean is. These are used in Asian cooking. Can you believe this stem is big enough to hold it? I don't know what this squash is, but it's going to be a prize when they finally pick it. It might be a type of Seminole pumpkin or a calabaza. And here's some sweet potato. Looks like nice big leaves growing on top, but the beautiful orange tubers are growing down below, and they'll be ready just in time for Thanksgiving. Look at this beautiful burgundy head of amaranth seeds. Amaranth can be used as a grain, but a lot of cultures use the leaves as a spinach. Callaloo, they call it in Jamaica. And we have beautiful okra coming along. You can see how okra grows and how the flower looks like a hibiscus flower. Do you think okra and hibiscus are related? Good, because they are. You know how we've been talking about how the fruit comes from the flower? And in this case, you can see it. Look, the flower is still attached to the little squash. There's the old flower, and there's the new fruit. Here's papaya. Papaya is a great crop to incorporate in your garden if you live in a nice tropical area. Some people eat them green, and some people wait until they're beautiful yellow to eat. And this is Roselle. It's another hibiscus relative, and in a few months it's going to put on a gorgeous scarlet red or burgundy pod, and that pod is used to make tea, Roselle tea. This is a great plant for your hot Florida summer garden. Thanks for coming out today, everybody. I hope you learned a little bit about what plants need to grow and parts of the plants, and got to see some crazy new vegetables for you. Maybe you're inspired to try some. I hope you're inspired to grow something. I hope you have a wonderful day at camp.